How do we approach learning Screen Actors Guild payroll? So I have this big PowerPoint here. I've got lots of information and we know where to go, how to do it, calculate. But how do we really start? I mean, if I'm someone who's just interested in learning how to pay SAG payroll, where do I go? Well, here we are at SAG-AFTRA. This is the web page, the home page for SAG. Now, here we have lots of pretty pictures and everything, but let's go where the contracts are. We go to contracts, and then we get down into, gosh, all kinds of different things. Some for television, some for theatrical. Okay, so say we want to know about making features. So then in making features, we've got more contracts, theatrical, low budget, modified low budget. Really, in my experience, what comes down to it is that if you know the theatrical rules, the rest of it falls into place. So this is a film budget greater than $2,500,000. So where do we go? I mean, what do we do here? So we go to the agreements. Because back there, where it says getting started, this is getting you how to become a producer for a SAG feature film. There's like these number of steps here with 18 different forms. It's quite intricate. But what we want to do is learn how to do payroll. So we just go to the contracts, these agreements. And these agreements are made between the AMPTP, the American Motion Picture and Television Producers Association, and they work with Screen Actors Guild and AFTRA, and they get these rules. Now here we get the 2014. Now here we are, 2019, almost 2020. Why is it only 214? Well, that's the last time they issued it. So all the rules are good through to 2020, middle of 2020. So here we go. We download it. Boom. And I've got it downloaded here, and I've got it bookmarked. And I look up here and I see there's 814 pages in this mother. The lawyers really got loose on this one years ago. So now there's a lot of things going on here, but now I've bookmarked here what's important to us in order to learn payroll. And so in order to learn payroll, we need to know certain things. Basically, first of all, we need to know overtime. We need to know what rest periods are and what violations there are to pay. And we need to know about meal periods. Now, unfortunately, there's other bits and pieces too. There's fittings, additions, interviews. There's bits and pieces. What if they work on a holiday? You know, what if they don't work and we hold them? There's consecutive days here. So we learn this. I mean, there's if you can learn how to ride a bicycle, you can learn how to get through this. So that's for Schedule A, and that's probably the toughest thing to learn. Schedule A, by the way, is day performers only, so it's just day performers. And then Schedule B is a very similar set of rules, but it is set up for weekly performers. So they're weeklies. And I've got a whole set here again, laying out what is overtime, what are the rest periods, what are meal periods. Once you've gone through Schedule A, Schedule B starts to make a lot of sense. And these are weekly performers within a certain dollar value. And once they get up into higher dollar values and they're still weekly performers, then it's Schedule C, which is even easier than Schedule B, but very similar. So you see how it flows here. And Schedule D and Schedule E are what they call contracts performers, term performers. I think they're more like for Gary Cooper, the old times. I've been working for 35 years. I've never seen a Schedule D and a Schedule E performer yet. Maybe they're used in a lot in LA, but I've never seen them. So here we got, I only teach A, B, C, and F. Okay, F is a deal performer, the easiest of the lot, and pretty simple to get used to. Down here, Schedule G is a singer on a day, and if you know Schedule A, you can do Schedule G1, and then G2 is a weekly singer. You know Schedule B, you can do Schedule G. You dig it? It sort of follows into place. By the day is the stunt guys. You know how to do it. Schedule A performer, you can do this. Same with this. All the way down through, we get here airline pilots. They're usually by the day, and here we get dancers. So if you know A, B, Schedule A, Schedule B, Schedule C, and Schedule F, you've got the rest of this 814 pages beat. Now, what I've done is I've set up web pages basically for myself, but now it's become a handy teaching tool. And I've made up little rules, for A, B, C, D, and the shortcuts. Call them cheat sheets. And I'll download one here and just show you what I mean. So here I've got Schedule A Day Performer cheat sheet, and it shows me the section and what all the narrative and what the rule is. And I can very quickly find my way through all these cheat sheets. And down here I've got, you can download the agreements directly. The Memorandum of Agreement, which set up new travel rules, came out in 2017, but just for television. And then all the rates are set up here. And then these are set up for the various time cards that we'll be playing with, blank ones and completed ones. And then here is the workflow, like deal points, exhibit Gs, which the assistant directors do on set and give it to the accountants, and that's what we use to work up the time cards. And other things related to the workflow. And I've done a similar sort of thing, web page for the DGA, all set up. In the DGA, there's just Article 13, and they're a big basic agreement that's important. And again, it's like 800 pages, but there's just one section that's related to payroll. Same thing for IATSE area standards. For you guys who don't know, all Middle America is area standards. So it's all Atlanta, Louisiana, Chicago, Ohio, all those places. And then we've got a cheat sheet for IATSE low budget, and the IATSE low budget is for theatrical only, so theatrical payroll, and it's throughout America and throughout Canada for less than $13.5 million. Any budget less than 13.5. So we learn all that, and it takes the scary stuff away from trying to feel your way through the big, online agreements. So that's it, and I hope to see you at one of my workshops or one of my online courses. Thanks.